Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been mercilessly mocked for wading into the crisis currently unfolding in Afghanistan. A lengthy statement released on their Archie Foundation website said they were heartbroken and speechless at the exceptionally fragile state the world was currently in. As well as Afghanistan, they also addressed the COVID pandemic and the situation in Haiti, which was recently hit by a devastating earthquake. It went on to ask people to donate to the World Central Kitchen, but failed to say how much they would be personally donating or details of how they will help. Their comments were quickly picked up by numerous influential commentators, who mocked the Sussexes for speaking about the country's rapidly unfolding humanitarian crisis. Royal journalist Richard Eden tweeted, "Thank goodness Harry and #Meghan have managed to share a few words on the world's crises, despite being rendered speechless." Host Julia Hartley-Brewer added, "Thank God speechless Harry and Meghan have spoken on the terrible state of the world. So now we all know what we are supposed to feel, say and do. We'd never have known if it weren't for them being so, you know, speechless." And Angela Levin, who has met the Duke of Sussex and penned a book about him, said, "They sometimes take our breath away." Speaking to Mail Online earlier, Ms. Levin said, "I think Harry and Meghan's grandiose, comfy and caring comments about the situation in Afghanistan, the disaster in Haiti and new COVID variants is another example of them trying to set up some sort of alternate woke royal family." Like most of their compassionate gestures, there is no indication about what they themselves will do and whether any donations will be going through Archie Foundation. Their comment that they want to alleviate suffering among those we know and those we may never meet, that will prove our humanity, sounds so similar to their recent comment we must be compassionate to those we know and those we don't know that makes it sound equally phony. The statement on Archie will read, "The world is exceptionally fragile right now. As we all feel the many layers of pain due to the situation in Afghanistan, we are left speechless. As we all watch the growing humanitarian disaster in Haiti, and the threat of it worsening after last weekend's earthquake, we are left heartbroken. And as we all witness the continuing global health crisis, exacerbated by new variants and constant misinformation, we are left scared. When any person or community suffers, a piece of each of us does so with them, whether we realize it or not. And though we are not meant to live in a state of suffering, we, as a people, are being conditioned to accept it. It's easy to find ourselves feeling powerless, but we can put our values into action, together. To start, we encourage you to join us in supporting a number of organizations doing critical work. We also urge those in positions of global influence to rapidly advance the humanitarian dialogues that are expected to take place this fall at multilateral gatherings such as the UN General Assembly and the G20 Leaders Summit. As an international community, it is the decisions we make now, to alleviate suffering among those we know and those we may never meet, that will prove our humanity. The statement said, "What's happening in Afghanistan resonates across the international Invictus community." Many of the participating nations and competitors in the Invictus Games family are bound by a shared experience of serving in Afghanistan over the past 2 decades, and for several years, we have competed alongside Invictus Games Team Afghanistan. We encourage everybody across the Invictus network, and the wider military community, to reach out to each other and offer support for one another.